So, you're selling magic items.
Correct. I hope that we aren't stepping on your toes. We were hoping that we could come to some sort of conclusion or even help
I think
you
he's
in
just going
some
to
way.
take that literally.
We're hoping to continue using the weeb.
Yes, of course.
It's a thing we put things in to make them magical.
I did that.
I'm staring, dude. I'm waiting for a response here.
No, you did. You said yes, of course. You
Yeah.
can keep using it.
Yeah. Well, I also said I
stepping on
responded to
toes.
it. Yeah.
It is troublesome to have competition, especially when you are using my services to undercut me.
What would you recommend we do about that?
Discontinue selling magic items. It is beyond the petty concerns of money and gear.
Wanna play card game?
Later, perhaps.
Not yet.
Not okay.
What is your answer?
So wait, what's the deal?
He doesn't like that you guys are selling magic items. He's trying to build a magic item shop.
Okay.
You said you are also trying to build a magic item shop?
Oh, we are.
Commission?
Yeah.
He has an established.
Yeah.
He
So
has a
he's
system.
not worried about money. So I'm trying to think of something else other than money at this point.
Oh.
Yes, sir.
Would you please take 3.5 steps back?
Okay, but only 3.5.
Thank you.
Me too?
No. we
No.
haven't gotten-
I'm assuming you guys have stopped like halfway, like proper, not proper, but like polite talking distance away. He actually got up on the step and, John Mann took a step back. It was the only like
Too close,
unchill movement he's had.
Yeah. So I'm going to say I'm not against the idea. I would be very welcome to that. What if it were items that we procured ourselves instead of using your weep?
That would be acceptable.
Is there something specific that you're looking for that we could try to avoid? You said you weren't about the money.
Correct.
So to keep us from overstepping our bounds and keeping our boundaries, what would be the most effective way for us to stay that way? What should we know about that would keep us well away from affecting you?
Keep your business to artifacts and not to my efficient use of magic.
Could you please recite the terms of service?
Oh, bro.
My servants will do that for you. I hope you can listen in 5 times speed. The servants come up beside you and both of them start talking at the same time, starting at different points. Just, it takes like 30 seconds of them talking one into each ear, and then they just stop.
Can I make a roll to try to understand?
Yes, you can.
Okay, cool.
That would be perception.
So are they speaking English or?
They're speaking common, yes.
Okay.
If you guys all heard that, you should try to roll too.
Yeah, I'm ignoring it.
Yeah.
I'm impressed by your use of elons.
Ah, you recognize them.
Technically, he did, but he did let us.
Surprising.
What?
Oh.
Oh.
He stands with his hands in his suspenders.
No.
Oh, shucks!
Oh, golly.
I got a 13 on my perception.
Bull got a 14. So neither of you get it.
Dang.
So, to make this more clear, are you looking more into the fact that you are wanting to create versus... so by us creating the items and selling them using your process, that is against the rules.
Yes.
Okay, so you prefer the option to create and keep your money.
I prefer my customers to work specifically with the weeb stations.
What would you say to us putting a weeb station in our shop?
So long as the goods are only produced through the weeb, I have no problem.
Would it be okay if we charged people to use the weeb? Not everybody in this area has one, but you have graced us with one.
Only if it does not deter sales. Widespread use is the purpose.
Then we will make it more widespread.
Excellent. I am invigorated by your socialness. I invite you all to dinner.
Could you recite the terms of service again, please? I want to roll again.
No.
What?
You've heard it twice now.
I'd like to hear it 2 more times.
No.
You may read it.
Come, dinner is served. And he leads up the stairs.
Away from us. So what is this aversion against being around people?
What's
Probably because
for
they realize
dinner?
that he's
If
not.
I've heard the terms of service twice, can I roll twice?
So he's referencing the fact that when you first had the weeb, there was a terms of service. Whether or not there actually was is up to you to remember. But then he's just given you the terms of service again. And you could not
Makes sense of it.
discern one from the other.
So,
Ask for a paper copy.
Can I get a paper copy of the terms of service?
No, it is a vocal arrangement.
what do they mean terms of service?
Oh,
It is a vocal contract.
So what's for dinner?
I'd like a lawyer. A vocal
Arcana.
Contract lawyer.
Huh? Oh.
Oh! There you go.
Make a deal.
What is for dinner?
Yeah.
There will be.
What is it?
10.
There will be animal sourced protein, plant-based vitamins and minerals, and sugar.
What type of sugar? Straight up sugar?
Glucose.
Do you have dietary restrictions?
What? Wait, what? What?
Do you have dietary restrictions?
What's he saying?
Things you can't eat.
I'm lactose intolerant.
No animal milk will be served to you. This way. What do you guys?
So
I
good.
got 10.
That's enough. You've heard this verbiage before. You've heard it quite a bit. The way he's saying things, the way he's not allowing people to properly look at this at the contract, this sounds very warlock. He wants as many people to use the weed as possible.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
The problem is that we used it then, isn't it?
Yep.
And usage automatically is agreement to the terms of service.
Yep.
So
So knowing this, I want to go, may I ask who your patron is?
I don't have one.
So you're your own. Or you killed your own.
In inaccurate verbiage, yes. and he leads you. So up, you got that dual staircase going above the throne. At the top of that staircase, which would be about the 2.5 story, there is a long table laid out with the most. Like you've all seen like the cooking play sets. How they have the food that's like plastic. So imagine if you turned that plastic food into real food, but kept almost everything else. The look, the shape, almost the feel of it. It's all too perfect. Your steak is the exact copy of his steak. Each of you have a steak, 3 carrots, 3 pieces of broccoli, and 1 sprig of celery. Off on a little bowl to the right is what you assume is mashed potatoes. And you all have 1 water glass and a wine glass filled with something red.
Obviously wine, probably.
I'm not eating any of it.
Same. I'm
I'll
going
eat
with
it.
him.
He sits down at the head of the table. Please, sit. You are my guests.
Does he have food?
He has food.
Is he eating it though?
Wait,
Well,
can
he's
I
waiting for you to sit down.
Okay, then I sit down.
Wait, can I sit down or no? Because of my bow and arrow and my...
So it's a little awkward. You'd have to roll another stealth check to not interact with your stored weapons. Where are you sitting? It's a long table. There are 3 spots on either side, and then the heads. There's not a chair set at the other end of the table, but he is sitting at the other head of the table.
Huh? Okay, so... Okay, that makes sense. Here.
It's far away on the side, guys.
Yo!
Oh, so he's actually letting us get close to him?
Yeah, and you said here?
Oh,
No, outside.
Outside, okay. Raven,
I'll sit opposite of her.
Alice.
Can I sit at the opposite end? Or is there no chair there?
They are sitting at the opposite end. You have to sit
No,
in the
he's
middle.
at the other head.
No, there's no chair. There's no placemat or chair at the far end.
Can I just pop a squat with my, like a devil's chair with my arms?
There's a big alabaster vase of flowers.
Oh, okay.
By the way, the food is the only color you've seen in this place besides him. He's wearing a beige suit, and his hair is like kind of a white golden. But yeah, there's very little color.
Put me in a random open spot.
Okay. Next to him or further away?
Say
Next to him.
Yeah, next to him.
I will take the other spot next to him.
And then I want to stare at him the whole time.
He's sitting down. Please, eat.
I was already eating, I just wanted to watch that.
The food is good. It is very oddly textured, but it is good.
No terms and conditions for these two. I'm just
weird.
making like weird Snyder, like trying to work with my charisma to not like take him off, but like so I'm like quietly saying stuff to like my own heart's content. But
So you say, is there terms and conditions for this? Besides the social expectations, no.
You like flip it over, is there text on the bottom of the steak?
Yeah, as you clean the plate, by finishing this meal, you have agreed to the terms of
yeah,
service.
then it shows up.
Yeah, after the fact. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, me and him aren't eating it, so...
You're not eating, she's not eating, what about you?
I'll try it.
Boo is only eating the meat. And he's literally just stabbed it, and he's eating it like a pancake at the end of a fork, just spinning the fork around, just taking bites and like working towards the center.
Nice.
I'm gonna ask Mann, I'm gonna wait for him to finish the meat, And I'll be like, do you want some more? You can have mine.
Same.
Why do
Why?
you disrespect me in this way?
Oh, I meant no disrespect.
Then please, eat.
I just start eating my mashed potatoes because that's the only thing I trust.
Did you say you were eating? Yeah, okay.
Slowly, but
I'm gonna
Yeah,
sniff
same.
it. And I want to roll to see if it's cursed or anything. Or poisoned.
Same. Can I do the same thing?
After you've already started eating the mashed potatoes.
I mean, it's...
Yeah.
Yeah,
Somebody
better
should
late
find
than
it.
never, I guess. Arcana.
I only took one bite though. I only took one bite. I was like, oh, I'm gonna check. Do I even have that? Oh, hidden objects. Yes. Well,
Arcana.
okay, that'll work.
I'm not worried about it.
Okay, I'll do it. What's Arcana?
Isn't this nice? Eating with friends.
I got a 17.
I got a 6.
I'm glad you think
Nine.
of us as friends now. Like,
Yes.
I'm like slowly starting to act like him, and then I like look back down at my plate, and I'm like,
It's like being with someone with a Russian
I'm actively like do something like extra.
Oh yes, we are in each other's society voluntarily and enjoying each other's company. It's not poisoned if you're worried. You can't. By the way, you can't tell if it's cursed or not. What'd you get?
17.
It is not cursed to the best of your abilities.
Okay.
Okay,
I'll
so
just-
I just start eating the
Vegetable.
I will eat half of it.
Okay, I eat everything except the asparagus. That's the only thing.
Celery. Carrots.
The one-
Broccoli,
the one-
celery.
The one thing, the only one thing.
Yeah, sprig of celery.
That's the only thing I don't eat because I don't trust it.
Okay.
I'll continue to make small talk.
So, did the necromancer family struggle?
A little bit, but
They were
they-
quite the challenge and immensely powerful.
yes.
Oh. A shame. They were very good customers.
We'll get you customers to replace them.
I do hope so. So, what are your plans in Northport? You've been causing nothing but trouble since you arrived. 8 months, 6 days, and 42 hours ago.
Should have gone down to the seconds.
42.
24. My apologies.
that's just another full day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so one
Should have
day.
been 23 hours. Or 22
Hey
hours.
guys, we found a glitch. You can't do dates and times.
Yeah.
23 hours.
Insight, if anyone wants to do that.
What's that?
Insight?
Yeah.
When you try to see what is behind something that someone's doing,
Can I do it?
have a skill.
What's that? Wait, what's the first letter?
25.
25? Excellent. What?
What's the first letter? Of the...
I.
I got a 16.
Good.
15.
I'm 4. I'm way too far away from him.
Okay.
15.
Plus,
That's
is
it.
including it? Okay.
Yeah.
So, 15. It appears that he tracks time differently. 42 hours should have been an acceptable answer in his mind. But then he remembered, because he gave you a secondary wrong answer, 24 hours. So he is still confused about the exact time, but he seemed to have it pretty nailed down. You get the similar idea. It's a 15 and a 16. 25. More to man than anyone else, because it's like he's awkward, and it's like, oh, I can be awkward. 25. He's not calculating time by a day cycle. At least not any days you know of.
Would, from my underworld experience, would I be able to extrapolate the data from that?
He's on a different plane.
Well,
yeah.
Yeah, that'd be your first indication, is that he's probably from somewhere where the day might be that long.
Or longer than 42 hours.
Right. So he's working on a very different scale of time than you are used to. Your first thought is like, wait, is he counting in moon cycles? But that'd be too long. Then it depends on how long his hour is. How long his minute is. You notice that he didn't go to minutes or seconds. He stopped at hours. So there's something very different about the way he calculates time.
An hour is a second to him?
That's an excellent question. But the time that he was quoting was more or less accurate.
The 8 months.
No. You guys have been in town about 8 months. That's when you started your little takeover plan.
So the math checks out. Yeah, but he's measuring his time differently, in different intervals.
Mm-hmm.
So hours are different, but days are the same.
You know that Fae struggle with time in the material plane.
Yeah.
You know that Shadowfell creatures also, but he's too bright. He doesn't feel like he doesn't feel like a Shadowfell creature because he doesn't have that edginess, that darkness to him. He's not Fae because Fae like color. He's very bland.
That could be why he left the Fey plane.
Perhaps. The mirror plane. Careful. The mirror plane comes to your mind, but that doesn't seem right either because he's still too odd. And places like the Abyss or Hell, you can tell when someone's from there.
Yeah.
So he's definitely not from this plane.
Is he from the celestial plane?
Ooh.
Is he a god?
He fits the general
Like
description.
a Jenny.
But miss.
Predator who is.
That would explain why he doesn't have a patron either.
Yeah, because if he's got a god, he doesn't require one. He's his own patron. He said he's his own patron, didn't he?
Well, he said that he doesn't have one.
He said that he doesn't have one, and then you said he's oh, so you are your own. He said that the words are inaccurate, but yes.
Yeah.
So there was something off about that translation, but more or less.
I can speak celestial.
That's it. Very cool.
Say something in Celestial.
As you guys are contemplating all of this, he's still waiting for an answer.
I forgot the question.
What are your plans? Because you've been causing trouble ever since you arrived here.
To be honest, we're not looking for anything.
I want to ask him in celestial, what do you want our plans to be?
I mean, like,
Just talking over him?
I'll wait until he's done.
Okay.
Really, we're not going for anything specific. We just happen to come into a very well patron who was looking for something of the vampire household that is slightly struggling for power and basically is wanting to make a name for herself. I'm sure you already know who it is.
Oh, of course. When someone leaves the vampire household, that's always big news. He looks down at his plate. It's empty. Time for the soup course.
What did you say?
Soup. Time for the course where soup is served.
Like.
You are welcome. 2 Elon servants come with...
Different ones?
No, same one.
Okay. Are
They
these
come-
the only other 2 people that we have seen?
So,
Well,
as far as you can tell, they
Right.
are the same ones.
because they look almost exactly the same already. Or they were exactly the same. Got it. Okay.
One of them is holding a big tureen, a big bowl of soup. The other has a very oddly shaped, very angular ladle. There's no rounded curves. It's all jagged geometrics. It dips the one with the ladle dips it into the soup tureen, goes over your half-eaten plate, pours it over the plate, and the plate restructures into a bowl.
Really, here's
Geometrically.
This is cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
As you look in, you're like, oh gosh, but what about the stuff I had in there before? Food before is gone. There's just soup. Very, very thick. Not a whole lot of chunks in it, just very pureed.
But I wanted my steak in my soup.
Like a biscuit. Then you should have eaten with the rest of the group.
It would have ended
No, I
up.
wanted it in my soup.
What type of soup are we eating?
Vegetable nutrients. I have made certain that yours does not include cream.
Thank you.
But it comes out of the same thing.
Yeah, same thing. But yours is, like, you look from yours to hers, and yours is a darker green than the others.
It's a clear soup, maybe?
No, it's still cloudy, but it doesn't have that white over texture to it. So what you guys are having is, it tastes, for those of you who eat it, it tastes very much like a pea and bean soup, like green beans
Ooh, that sounds
and
good.
pea soup mixed together.
I want to fire off my Celestial now.
Okay, so you fire off the Celestial, and what's the question?
What do you want our plans to be, sir?
No.
Hold on.
Oh no.
So you, he holds it up, and in Celestial, written on the page, I want you to behave yourselves.
Oh no.
Oh no. And that.
Also, it is unsociable to speak languages that other people do not know how to speak. If all of us spoke this language, that would be one thing. But just showing off that you can speak another language is quite rude.
Oh, my apologies.
Sorry, I thought you were Celestial.
Yeah. I thought you were from there. Anyway.
It is rude to assume. He actually looks a little ticked at that.
So maybe he's not. Okay. He said that he wants us to behave ourselves when I asked him what he wants our plans to be.
Ah, thanks for letting us know.
Well, I'll lose.
I don't think that should be hard.
And ask him what happens if we don't.
Well, you can ask him. You're right there at the table.
What happens if we don't
If we don't what?
behave ourselves?
Oh, you speak the same language he does.
No.
She doesn't speak Celestial, but we both speak Common. Yeah.
Then how were you able to know what our private conversation
said it.
was?
I just repeated it out loud. I relayed it to everyone in the same language because you said it was rude to speak different.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't hear that part. Sorry. What was your question? I'm sorry.
What if we don't?
Yeah, what if we don't?
Well, the world responds on action and reaction. And I am very, very good at reaction. Your bowstring snaps.
He knew your bowstring snapped. He knew.
So you know how your bowstring is tense? It's tight? Yeah, it just snapped.
What did you do?
I reacted.
Because that came across as a threat, so he broke your bow. So you can't use it anymore.
Yeah, the implication is you threatened him, he disarmed your threat. Literally.
So my whole entire bow is broken.
No, just the bowstring.
But it's still unusable because you can't.
You have to
Yeah.
put your string on it.
So yeah, I practiced. Okay.
Well,
Do you know of Levistus? Do you know of Levistus, my father?
Oh, one moment. He is not a being of this plane, is he?
No.
Then I have no interest in knowing him. Unless he comes to visit. And I do love social interactions.
Would it be worth your time for him to come visit?
Possibly. What does he bring?
He is the ruler of my plane. Of that plane. It was just curious.
Fascinating, but unfortunately my interests lie only on what can be procured on this plane. Thank you, though, for your consideration.
Keep eating. I'm like, I don't have anything else.
Literally in my head, when can I kill this guy? When can I kill this guy?
Adventurer Allis, you have been somewhat antisocial during the meal. Are you enjoying your time in my...
I like to listen.
I see. I too like to listen.
I appreciate you answering our questions, though.
Of course, it is only sociable.